Welcome back to Ride JBI. This is another episode on the JBI 2023 KTM 450SX bike build. This is going to be the Ride JBI R&D bike that we use to continue our development of our JBI suspension settings. So far in this build, the swing arm has been Cerakoted with a graphite black, and the swing arm bolt, linkage bolts, and axles have all been coated with a PVD gold coating. Now, the reason I did this was mostly for the aesthetic. I wanted a lot of the bolts to be gold because a lot of them are titanium and they're gold, so I wanted these ones to match. And also I wanted to try out a new vendor for possibly getting gold coatings done. On camera it looks awesome, like it looks quite good, and the coating is good, but it is not nearly as smooth as I hoped it would be. Compared to our DLC offering, these bolts are much more rough. Well, sorry, the coating is much rougher than the DLC. So while usable, like these are going to work just fine, we won't be offering it for fork tubes. We had a set of fork tubes done, and again, they look pretty good, but they're not nearly as good as they should be in terms of the finish. But you know, you don't know unless you try. So we're going to follow up with that vendor, talk to him about the results that we got, and see if we can maybe tweak some things. If not, we'll revisit this another time with another vendor and see the results we get. Because I think it'd be really cool to be able to offer a gold color for our coatings. Again, the main reason I did this was for aesthetic. There's a lot of gold JBI titanium bolts on the bike build already, and I wanted as many of the other bolts on the bike to match as close as possible. So while I was taking the swing arm off of the bike to get coated, I looked at these and thought, you know what? These would look pretty badass if we coated them gold. The swing arm axle bolt looks pretty fucking cool, man. The black around it and the gold in the center. So I'm excited to get this installed on the bike, see how it looks. I doubt we're going to get any rusting on these parts now. That still happens on some axles. Likely water just gets trapped in between the axle and the wheel, or the linkage bolts, or the swing arm bolt. So now I think these axles will just be looking great all the time, but we'll find out. I'll keep you guys updated as we get time on this bike and as we do just periodic maintenance on it, of changing tires, greasing the linkage after so many riding hours, and let you know how it holds up. All JBI services and parts can be found at ridejbi.com.